What's up, people? We are live once again. Welcome to Otaku Scoop. Of course, it is me, myself, Ruronoa Lola, and here with me is my, what's his name?
Banana Warrior. You see, I said, what's his name? And I replied, Banana Warrior. Like, that's the name my parents gave me.
Yeah, well, at least you got that far. How have we been? I know it's been a while.
My week was okay. I know there was something I did that was pretty interesting that I said I was going to talk about, but then I can't remember it right now. But yeah, I watched Shazam, and I can confirm that it is in fact
Trash.
A movie. No, it's not. I mean, it's trash, but then again, we've watched more trash than...
that's how you describe everything, so I'm already expecting the trash comment.
It is, but we watched Doctor Strange in the multiverse. That film is the worst film I've seen in the past 10 years. That thing does not have any atom of coherence whatsoever with the storyline, with the characters, and why anything happens. It's just I don't know if management will be okay with us swearing on this podcast. But
Go on.
Thank you. It is a shit fest. It's like you just gather and then people throw out shit. You know how you go to this is
Please say what you're about.
But even then, imagine going to a concert and instead of them singing or whatever, you just start throwing. Yep, that is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But Shazam was better than that. Shazam was better than Black Adam. It was not that bad. I mean, it was just normal superhero trash movie. It was not that bad. I mean, standards have dropped, obviously.
I mean, he called it a superhero trash movie and then goes, it's not that bad.
Humanity and adaptation and whatnot. I mean, it's a movie. We've seen so many terrible movies that now we go with it. I mean, it's just a movie. It's not
so was there anything in particular you liked about the movie? You know, you called it trash, but there had to be something that caught your attention. Maybe the villain or something.
Well, when I saw that there were still six or seven, I think there were 6 Shazams, I was like, how are they going to...
the siblings are still there.
Yeah, I was like, how are they going to give all of them enough screen time? But they actually managed to make them seem relevant enough. I mean, the ones, I don't know how they did it, but the screen time was okay. That was one thing I liked. I commend them for that. I mean, I don't know why we need 6 superheroes in a city. Because
the villain is very bad and you need 6 people to take him down.
6 superheroes with basically the exact same powers, and then one guy that has all the powers. Like, it's like one guy with all the power, and then 5 other guys with half, like 1/5 of his power.
It's called sharing. Okay, when you have superpowers, you share it with your siblings. At least that's what I got from the story.
Yeah, very important lesson. Thank you for sharing that with us, Lola. So how about you? What did you do this week?
It worked. I didn't see any movies. Well, okay, wait. I did see this Chinese series, but we're not gonna get into that because that's not what this is about.
What is it about?
This is Otaku Scoop, so we'll get to talk about otaku stuff.
Well, would you say Chinese movies?
It's a Chinese series.
Nah, it's not down my alley.
No, it's definitely not, which is why I said we're not getting into that.
Okay. I was wondering that just maybe I would be interested.
No, you won't be. I'm not even trying to get you interested.
Wow, I mean, I thought maybe, just maybe.
No, you won't be interested. Let's let that go. Let's go into something that's more your forte. You know, the anime part.
Okay, which is, Lola, if you don't mind, would you tell us what we're going to discuss today?
Well, you know, it's one of the favorite...
Suspense is killing me.
It's one of the favorite topics of anime fans, you know, because whenever you're online and people want to go, oh, my fandom is better than yours, we have better this, we have better that, and you hear stuff like, oh, we have the better villains. Well, that's what we're going to talk about. The bad guys. The really, really hot bad guys. Because if there's one thing about anime villains, is that they're almost always smoking hot. It's like the mangakas are just telling us, this guy is a mass murdering psycho, but he's hot, so you will simp for him or her.
Majin Buu begs to differ. Oh yeah, I get you. That's one thing actually. If I were to make a list, everybody on that list would be hot, including our guy Orochimaru.
Yeah, Orochimaru. I mean, he's not much of a looker, but he wears good makeup. He's very good at the makeup stuff. I mean, I can imagine Orochimaru just getting up in the morning and going, okay, I gotta fix my makeup before I go out. And then he draws the eyeliner thing.
Does he wear makeup?
I think he does wear makeup, but over time, because of the reptile DNA or something, it just becomes a part of it.
You just formed this story from thin air.
Yes, I just invented it, and now it is facts.
That's so. I don't know if he wears makeup. I know Kankuro wears makeup, and now that I think about it, we've never seen Orochimaru apply makeup, or we've never seen his eyeliner, or nose liner, because it comes all the way down.
Yeah, it's like this. It's really cute.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say that. The man literally vomits himself.
I don't know, but I feel like that's just one thing most pedo characters are known for in anime: makeup. So it's like you see the makeup and you're like, okay, that person is definitely going to be into children.
Like Hisoka.
Yeah.
Sad. But one thing Orochimaru was that he was so iconic. Like, he was so popular when we were younger. He was
the big deal.
Whenever they were talking about him in the first Naruto series, even their Kakashi would be shivering.
He'd be like, yeah, don't mess with that guy.
One thing a bad guy must have that makes a bad guy iconic is that he has to have his own particular theme song. Like, he has to have his own, I don't know how to put it, his own OST.
Yeah, it's like when they're coming in, you hear that sound, you're like, okay.
And Orochimaru had
shit
his.
is about to go down.
I would sing Orochimaru's own now, but I'm sorry, I'm terrible at that. It will sound so terrible. You can Google it or something, I don't know. But he had his. And
the most iconic thing about Orochimaru for me was his tongue. I mean,
sounds sus, but let's go.
I mean, come on. It's like you picture a guy with a long reptilian tongue coming out of his mouth, and you're like, okay.
No, actually, you picture a guy with a long reptilian tongue coming out of his mouth while he's also coming out of his own formal mouth. Yeah. Yes. That's Orochimaru in a nutshell.
I mean, he's such a beautiful creep.
That guy was so weird. And yeah, speaking of Naruto villains, wow, Naruto. I mean, Naruto to me has the best villains.
Yeah, I feel like the Naruto villain crop is just wonderful. I only have one problem with Naruto villains is that a lot of the times they weren't actually villains.
Yeah, they always have this. But Orochimaru was a villain.
But Orochimaru stood out because he was like,
villain.
I'm bad and like I like it. I am just this person. He's not gonna tell you, I'm gonna fix all the problems in the world.
He doesn't want
that. And he was right because I mean, guess who's still alive?
Orochimaru.
Exactly.
I mean, that man knew how to play his cards.
I mean, everyone else was all, I'm gonna destroy this because I want to help the world. Where are they now?
Took enough for half of the entire fourth great ninja war.
Where are they now? Gone.
Well, speaking of Naruto still, there's Pain.
There's my baby Pain.
There's almost put Pain. Right? Pain is the best Naruto villain.
Pain is the best Naruto villain, in fact. Like,
I feel like if Orochimaru is here, you can't see my hands, but if Orochimaru is where my hand is right now, just add 0.1 centimeter.
Pain is literally at the top of my list.
That's where Pain would be.
Like,
he was so good.
Just that good.
He was that good, man. He had his own theme song.
Sekai ni Tamio.
He was a villain. He was strong. He was hot. He had pins coming out of his
belly. I love that you said hot second because I was going to interject, but then you said.
What else? He had
several bodies. You know.
I mean,
like you take out one pain and you think that's it. No,
bro. Imagine Jiraiya's face when he took out. You don't have to imagine because you saw his
exactly.
face.
Jiraiya thought it was like, 1-on-1, and dude turned around and was like, wait.
He took out 3, and I'm like, wait, though. There's 2 times the amount of people I took out, and I have already lost my arm and used stage mode.
At that point, I just knew it was. I felt like at some point I believed that Jiraiya was gonna make it out alive, but. The numbers kept increasing and it started to dawn on me that, okay.
This man is going to die.
Stuff is about to go down.
Well, and he had the chance to run away. He didn't run away. He wanted to know. He was like, nah, that has to be my boy, Yahiko or Nagato. One of them, I don't know. And yeah, that's how it happens. But Naruto
when you see the actual Nagato, he's not that hot though. He was kind of lanky and with the red hair.
He was underfed.
He looks like he'd been starving for centuries.
What is food when you're trying to bring world peace?
Exactly. So when I say pain, I'm not talking about Nagato. When I say pain is hot, we all know we're talking about Yahiko's hot body with the piercings and the orange hair.
Yeah, other interesting Naruto villains. honorable mentions. Not really honorable mentions because I'm not even doing the list. There's Madara, obviously.
Of the hottest clan.
Madara, that everybody, just his name was alone to start a war. Because Obito had told everybody that, oh, okay, I'm actually Obito and I want to go to war with you guys.
Nobody would have taken him that seriously. But the moment people heard the name Madara, even though a lot of the younger generations did not even know who Madara was at that point.
Yeah, a lot of the Kages too, they just had stories.
Yeah, the thing about that's the one thing about Naruto that I didn't get is that you took the time to create this ninja school and then you guys don't teach history. It's like every time, like every time they introduce someone that should have existed. For example, like someone like Madara should have been known by everyone in the Leaf. Like even if his achievements were not included, you should know that this was someone who existed.
I think most of them did know. What I mean, like they didn't know is like the Kages just knew the name. Like the name was not striking. They had not seen.
That's why I'm saying it's like this shit that he's not supposed to be someone people wonder about when they hear the name. They're not supposed to go, could it be? They're supposed to be like, wait, Madara Uchiha. Like the fact that Sasuke was an Uchiha and he didn't really know who Madara was. It doesn't make sense. This is like the history, the origin of your village. Everyone is supposed to know this person. Yep. Even if they're supposed to know him as a bad guy.
Another iconic villain that I would rate as high as I rate Pain is Obito, because that guy played his part so well. The voice switch, to be very honest, everything, the Sharingan, the I am Madara, he had Itachi
the whole fake identity was like, ooh, Tobio. And he was very funny as
he had Itachi fooled. Like Itachi actually thought he was Madara. That's how good his acting was. He was the guilt.
No, but we have to be very clear about this. I don't like how people switched up on Obito at the end. You're like, oh, they feel bad for him. I'm sorry, I never felt bad for Obito. Not even after the backstory with Rin and Kakashi. No, I still did not like him. I still did not like him.
I like him. He's my favorite.
I liked him as Toby, but the moment the Obito character became a thing, I'm like,
Well, we've called Obito, and I think another Naruto villain is Itachi, but we're not here for Naruto villains, please. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, but how would you mention all Naruto villains and then you want to fly by Itachi like he's not important?
Okay.
Of all the people to brush by.
Itachi was the GOAT. I know I've said that about a lot of characters already, but Itachi was cool. I mean,
he was cool.
Amaterasu,
dude gave his little brother trauma. But then he covered it up because he was sick and died. So
I mean, he killed his entire family, killed his girlfriend.
I mean, it's easy for us to just forgive Itachi. But things we would never forgive other characters for.
Because he's hot.
It's not just because he's hot. It's not like Itachi.
Because he has that voice, that calm.
I know.
That
it's
calm
like
voice.
He's just so calm and polite. I mean, Bo even knocked before kidnapping Naruto. I mean, you can't be that polite and expect people to hate you.
Yep. He actually, he kind of tried to redeem him. He undid the entire Edo Tensei by mistake, technically. So
died of AIDS. So listen to that, people. Strap up. You don't want to end up like Itachi.
That's all we can say.
But you know what? Before we get stuck on Naruto villains, we have to move out of that. Let's get into Hunter x Hunter.
I don't really like any
I'm sorry,
Hunter
but like, no.
I don't like anyone.
Hisoka as a villain for me at the beginning was actually pretty good. I feel like the point where he became very close to the boys was when he lost me. He became less of a villain and more of this pedo guy that follows him around. Yeah, but at the beginning, when Hisoka was introduced, when you heard that thing song,
Crow Lucifer. When I said I didn't feel any of the Hunter villains, I lied, because Crow Lucifer was, he was him. And if you're thinking about Miriam,
I'm sorry, but every time I imagine Crow Lucifer, I just remember that scene. Like after Hisoka spent all these years trying to fight Crollo, and he's like, "Okay, I can't use Nen anymore." And Hisoka was like, "What was the point of everything?" I love that scene. I could rewatch it over and over and over again. And screw you for not feeling Miriam. I love Miriam as a villain.
He was not bad, but he was not really a villain. I feel like he was a well-written character.
Miriam is basically his character. It's not really. That's what I'm saying. Miriam as a character isn't actually a villain. It's more like a weapon, because it's like this thing that is feared right from the beginning.
And he didn't even know.
It's like he didn't really know anything. He didn't have a mindset of his own. He just came into the world believing he owned it, because that's what he was, a king. And I love that character. I love that about him. Because most times, all characters like that don't really grow. They just stay like that.
I guess he grew.
I mean, he did learn,
playing shogi,
but he didn't have time.
That whole part of Hunter x Hunter annoyed me so much because it felt like they were not going anywhere. I remember they were fighting this guy. I don't know if it's Pito or no. Pito is the girl. I think he's
Pito
Yopi.
is the guy too.
Pito is the guy.
They're all. Pito is technically a guy.
Well, I don't give a shit. I wish I didn't know that. There was the guy that is red. I think he's Yopi. And then there was this guy that attached something to him that would drain his yen by something.
The other one.
Every so minutes, whatever. And they were doing that for, I don't know, what felt like 20 episodes straight.
You know, it wasn't actually 20 episodes. It was about 8 episodes.
What felt like 20 episodes straight. And guess what? At the end of the 20th episode, something happened and that guy had to take it off and restore all the nen.
That was the most annoying part.
I was so angry.
The Chimera Ant arc had like some parts where it was really good and it got you like dragged in. But then when it got to the when it got to the final parts, especially the places that had Shia Puff in it, God, I just wanted to skip. I hated that character
when
so
this
much.
guy what's the name of that old founder guy that is not even strong? Yes, that guy, the one that is not even strong or anything.
Did you just say he's not even strong?
They make noise. When he met Miriam, finally, Shane and Miriam in the final, they don't bring her come in front now. After everything, no.
He did beat him though.
He did?
Yeah, but Miriam regenerated. Like,
did he how did he beat him? Would you share with us how with that what?
With that, like that move he took, there was like a nuclear explosion or something. Because Miriam did get destroyed, he just regenerated and he didn't even know he could do that. It was like an evolution that took place during the fight.
That was another thing that annoyed me. Like, bro, this guy, this old man, pity him now. He tried, used his best, sacrificed himself
his
to try and kill
his
this
leg,
man. Everything. And then just the next episode after he thought he killed this guy, that guy got like, oh wow, I mean,
only for him to die with a blind girl.
Well, that's not a bad way to die.
No, at least Miriam had like peace in his last moments.
I don't give a hoot.
I give a hoot. I give a hoot. Miriam was the first ant I actually liked in anime / manga.
That's the first ant.
But yeah, there's two ants. There's Beru from Solo Leveling.
Beru Solo's Miriam.
Beru from Solo Leveling is my baby.
Okay, no, Beru might not solo Miriam. I'm not sure. Miriam would actually solo Beru, but it would be a tough fight because Beru is really tough. Oh well, and nobody wants to see a bunch of ants fighting. I mean,
I'm sorry, these are not normal ants. These are goated ants. These are goated ants.
Speaking of goated ants, let's talk about the goat. That didn't come out as I didn't come out on there too.
There's another ant.
Let's talk about this guy from the sports anime Kuroko no Basket. When I think villain in Kuroko
I swear to
no
God,
Basket,
if you say Aomine, I'll punch you.
Yes.
Aomine was not a villain.
Yeah, I mean, he was a villain. But this is sports anime. He's not going to kill anybody. I mean, they're just playing basketball.
No, honestly, I feel like based on character, Midorima was a lot more mean.
Midorima.
The dude with the...
He was mean, but he wasn't giving off that villain
That's what I'm
vibe.
saying,
He was not. Akashi was the main. Akashi is the one I would know that I would say is giving off the main.
Akashi thought he was the main villain, but like the entire time I was just looking at him like, oh, that's so cute.
Akashi was actually a very good villain, but I don't talk about Akashi.
We
talk about Akashi every day. I want to talk about Aomine because he had that. He was him. When they say a character that was that,
I feel like Aomine gave up that vibe to you because he was very similar to Tiger. You know, like
Kagami.
Yeah, Kagami.
Why did you say Tiger? Nobody called him Tiger throughout the entire. Like maybe that his friend that came.
That's
like
his name.
I know, but like you just say Tiger, and I'm like, wait, Tiger, and I had to think, is this another anime?
It's literally his name.
Sorry, vex not. But yeah, Aomine he gave that villain vibe. The only person that can beat me is me. You guys aren't ready. Okay, that's Akashi. You're 100 years. Two of them were actually very good villains. But the fact that Aomine tripled the score of the Seirin, he tripled, like, his team tripled the score of the Seirin team.
Okay, I agree with you with the Aomine stuff because he did have the villain hotness. I agree with you on that because, like, Aomine was so fine. And I don't know if it's because he had the darker look, like, apart from the rest of them, he just looked so fine. And yes, I am giving the simp content, like the simp comments in this podcast because
I hope you are.
I need to let you guys know that these guys were fine. But if we get into this villain conversations, we're gonna be here forever. Okay?
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's a bad thing. It's definitely a bad thing.
Okay, then.
So if you guys want to hear about the rest of the villains, you're gonna have to catch up with
We
us
haven't even
next
called.
time. You know?
We haven't even called.
That's what I'm saying, because there's so many villains to talk about. But if we get into this, we're not gonna go home, and like I have to eat stuff later.
All right, guys, that will be that on that.
And of course, if there are any villains you know we missed out on, even though we're gonna mention them next time, be sure to let us know in the comments, because I mean, I don't know all the villains.
Neither do I.
Yeah, sure. As long as you're not saying
sure.
Eren Yeager, though. Please
Yeah, Eren
be
is not a
guided. Let's
villain.
be guided. Eren is not a villain.
Also, I couldn't help but notice that Napoli is out of the Champions League. If you listen to our last episode, Lola was like, Napoli is going to win the Champions League.
If any one of you made bets according to what I said last week, I apologize, because
Sad. This is why you shouldn't listen to internet women on football.
that was sexist. Shut up. Go away. Until next time.
Until next time,
This
guys.
has been Otaku Scoop. Okay, bye, you guys.